Sam is jumping ship. No, I don't even know if I'm going to play Guild Wars 3, but I'm just interested in what it's about. Here, this is 6 minutes. Let's check it out.
Hi everyone, Colin here, Guild Wars 3 Game Director. I want to welcome you to our first look behind the scenes on Guild Wars 3. We want to invite you into the studio with the team at ArenaNet to share with you how and why we make decisions about Guild Wars 3 and some of the exciting details about the game. This is the first in a series of videos, blogs, and announcements we'll be sharing, and we hope that as you join us, you'll agree Guild Wars 3 is shaping up to be an entirely new and special MMO for series veterans and newcomers to the Guild Wars franchise alike. Let's start at the beginning.
All right, yeah. I mean, a side note, I listened to you in the gym. Oh, good. So I'm glad I read this stuff. Look, Guild Wars 3, you can say what you want about it. Guild Wars in general, Blizzard's borrowed a lot of shit from it. Their mounting mechanics, the way they do dynamic flight and all that came from Guild Wars. So I know it's one of the big boys out there. And I've always, as a MMO player, I get a lot of like random MMO stuff on my feeds on YouTube. So I've watched a lot of Guild Wars stuff. I've just never gotten into it.
Why set Guild Wars 3 in Orth? For newcomers to Guild Wars, it's a fresh start. Both existing games happen after, so it's a clean slate for everyone. And for our existing Guild Wars community, this is an era central to the Guild Wars universe. The lands of Orr have waters that run deep across the franchise, from the Char invasion and the Vizier's connection to Orr in Guild Wars Reforged, to the sunken ruins of the once great nation raised from the ocean floor by the Elder Dragon Zaitan in Guild Wars 2.
Wow.
Orr is where the gods lived and left. So many mysteries, untold stories, and questions across 21 years of games all arise from Orr. We know for our existing Guild Wars fans, the opportunity to explore these formative years, to speculate and theory craft together, to unravel the mysteries long hidden in Tyria's past will be incredibly compelling. But it's not just a chance to experience some of the big stories lost to history. It's also the opportunity to unveil countless stories we haven't teased before, characters you've never met that bring the golden age of Orr to our timeline and to life. To our new community members, welcome to Tyria! We're expanding our reach with Guild Wars 3
people.
and inviting a brand new...
What the hell? Running up a mountain? Is this really like a direct competitor to WoW? I mean, I guess in the game genre it is. It's an MMORPG. It just seems like the gameplay is different. It's like dynamic. The way he was just running up that, you never see that in WoW. You gotta slowly jump up a mountain to get up on WoW. It's interesting. And they talked about the combat, like not necessarily just tab targeting. There's like a mixture in there. Guild Wars is easier, is it? Has anyone played Guild Wars in chat? Like, is the combat system similar? Or is it more like aim targeted stuff? The mount is cool. I agree. Yeah, the mount does look good. In terms of graphics in general, Guild Wars 2 looks good and Guild Wars 3 looks better. I mean, damn, I think some people are going to need new graphics cards to run this shit. It's more like Guild PvP. I did it until I hit max level and then I quit. Guns required. Interesting. So, okay. I still don't really quite understand how their combat system works, but I know it's different. Guild Wars popularity, Guild Wars 2 is around ESO level. I've tried to play it many times, but quit after an hour. I don't like it. Okay. Well, I mean, there's clearly people that like it. There's people that play it.
Generation of gamers to join.
Was that a Pandera? They got pandas in here? What the hell is that? Oh, it's just a big guy?
Generation of gamers.
Oh, no, it is a panda. What the hell? They got Pandaren in this game?
To join us for this launch, our first in more than a decade. Players on PlayStation 5, on Steam, and around the world will be able to join those playing on their ArenaNet accounts from the very beginning, setting this up to be by far the largest day one launch.
You swap weapons and abilities that are linked to weapons. Oh, so is it like, oh my god, I always forget. New World. New World, I played some New World. And that one had like your spec is based on your weapons that you have equipped, and there's abilities that you get based on the weapons you equip. Is that how it works? Is it the same kind of system? You get like remember I would guild and in that game I got like a gauntlet and I would get a new ability and it would change how I play ranged versus melee. Okay, exactly. Okay. So it's based on what you equip. Got it.
In Guild Wars franchise history, you will all share the same world together. And as
so
this
New World
timeline
borrowed
is one
that
that's
from
new
Guild
for
Wars,
everyone,
I guess.
you don't need to have played any Guild Wars game to jump right into Guild Wars 3 and be on equal footing. Of course, if you are a new player and would like to start exploring the Guild Wars universe today, there's no better time than right now. We highly recommend you check out Guild Wars 2 and Guild Wars 1. We're doubling down on our mission to support all of our Guild Wars games into the future. Guild Wars
Man,
2
that
will
mount,
continue to
what the
grow and
hell?
expand with
That's crazy looking. What the shit? Were they flying and then they underwater? Yeah, what the hell?
all of our Guild Wars games into the future.
Damn, that looks so dynamic. Man, shit. I'm like not used to MMOs with like
Guild Wars
real
2 will
graphics.
continue to grow and expand with new content, storylines, characters, and locations to come beyond the release of Guild Wars 3. We are intentionally leaving Guild Wars 2 room to breathe, free from the traditional constraints of a sequel that would follow it. We look forward to telling stories in Tyria.
I always wondered, so they're going to support the old Guild Wars, the OG and Guild Wars 2 while doing Guild Wars 3. It kind of goes into the WoW thing. Like I always thought, like if they make a WoW 2, do they continue to support like current what is retail WoW? And then they also support classic WoW? Like I don't know. I feel like you divide up your player base so much. Like if when you do that, if the sequel sucks, it's dead. It's a dead game. It's dead on arrival because everyone's just going to keep playing the old shit. So there's a risk factor to it, but then there's also the non-risk of like, well, at least you're going to keep the audience if it does suck.
We look forward to telling stories in Tyria far into the future and across several timelines with its epic lore.
Low content maintenance mode? Yeah.
Hi, everyone.
Okay.
I'm Bobby Stein, Studio Narrative Director here at ArenaNet. This timeline is incredibly exciting for all of us on the narrative team. In the past, we've told a lot of stories where the stakes kept escalating, centered around globe-spanning, world-ending threats. Those stories have been an important part of Guild Wars, but as we started thinking about the future of the franchise, we found ourselves more interested in curating a different kind of experience.
Ooh.
Instead of focusing on a planet embroiled in war, we wanted to show conflicts between guilds and other forces operating in this territory. Guild Wars 3 begins from a
I like this.
much more grounded place, during a time of rapid change, where magic is a powerful commodity.
This is exactly what people ask for when they talk about like a WoW 2. Exactly what he's mentioning here. Like, okay, there's the power scaling and we got all this stuff happening and we got titans and void and a giant sword in the planet and shit's getting exponentially more crazy. And then you miss the days where like the biggest threat was a knoll in Elwyn Forest. You know what I mean? Like the grounded stories, like just being immersed in the world where the entire skybox wasn't absolutely getting ripped apart. And that's what he's talking about here. He's talking about, okay, we're making Guild Wars 3, kind of like what you would expect in a WoW 2, and we're not going to go, oh, the threat level is even higher now. Like, oh, you thought that was crazy in War 2. Oh, the 3 threats are way bigger. No, they're actually going the reverse threat. They're going smaller. They're going back to town level threats and, zone level threats and the stories that ground you in the world. And that's important. I think that's the right way to do it. I think if Blizzard ever did make a WoW 2, that's what everyone would want. We want a more grounded world. We want to go back to the days of, the local threats were what you talk about. You look at the bulletin board and you're helping the farmer out and you're doing these things. I think that's what a lot of people would like to see. Smaller like someone's hairline? Fuck you, Mont. I mean, I was making a good point there. Now you got my balding comment in there. Jesus.
It's a story about Orr, the people who call it home, and about the Veil Wardens, a guild struggling to reclaim their prominence in a land that's changing. Instead of fighting distant threats or abstract villains, we want to make sure the things you do have an immediate impact on the people who matter. Guild Wars 3 takes place over 1,000 years before the events of Guild Wars Reforged. Orr is entering its golden age, and the human gods entrust guilds to cultivate the land and protect its inhabitants from wild...
This is actual footage. This is alpha footage. Hold on. Guild Wars 3 is a prequel? Dude, Guild Wars 3 is a prequel to Guild Wars 2. Oh, shit. Damn, would I be down for a prequel and a WoW 2? I kind of would. Like, imagine Lordaeron's back. We're talking like child version of Arthas. Going back to the old days of a Medivh that hasn't been corrupted yet. And just like local town threats. Maybe we actually see the first and second war, like the orcs come through the portal kind of shit. That'd be kind of crazy. Like a prequel expansion. Or a prequel redo. And that really does allow you to ground yourself because then, you're not dealing with the world-ending threats because you're back to a normal threat level. WoW prequel is boring. It's been written. Guild Wars was not. I mean, you do have like the Warcraft 3, the RTSs. Surely those are your prequels to World of Warcraft. That's true. Those stories already exist. Would you want to play through them in an MMO format, though? I don't know. I think I kind of would. I think I'd like to see Lordaeron in the game. I'd like to see Gilneas, proper Gilneas before the curse, maybe. I don't know. There's shit that I kind of would want to see in this game. The old Amani troll, like the peak Amani trolls, you know? But maybe it would be cool. High elves. Yeah.
Wild beasts and competing interests.
There's a lot there if they wanted
It's
to
a
do
time
it.
of rising tensions, when magic is
Grounded
unobtainable by
Dalaran, yeah.
most, entrusted only to guilds that the High Council and the human gods choose. It's coveted by those who would misuse it, sometimes falling into the wrong hands and leading to disastrous outcomes. Above the dense forests and the wild plains, the shining city of Arah floats majestically against the clouds, visible from every direction. It's a source of comfort to some, and a threat to those who have fallen from divine favor. Under the city's shadow, farmers tend land and livestock to sustain a growing population. But rising tensions and unexpected hardships have everyone seeking help. Most turn to the Order of the Veil, the oldest guild on Or, to aid them in their time of need. However, recent events have caused the Veil Wardens to lapse in their duties. Not out of dereliction, but from exhaustion. There's simply too much land to cover and too few hands to pitch in.
Okay.
We're building a version of Or that's more layered and more detailed, more interconnected than anything we've done before. It's a world that we can continue to build on and evolve in meaningful ways as the game grows, breathing new life into familiar spaces and characters, and giving you more reasons to return.
They did say that if you've never played Guild Wars, you're going to start an even playing field with everybody else in Guild Wars 3. How do you do that? Are they resetting the level cap or something? How is everyone starting at level 1 again? Because that's an ambitious thing to do. What about people's mounts and their collectibles? Is all that going away? How did they I don't think that happened from Guild Wars 1 to 2. So I wonder how they do that. Duh, it's a prequel. It's going to be a new game. So they're just going all out. They're just saying abandon all the shit you've collected. They're willing to do what Blizzard isn't. I mean, a lot. This is why WoW 2 hasn't happened. Blizzard's afraid to like reset people. That's pretty crazy. Okay.
We can't wait to tell you more about Guild Wars 3.
I'm down for it.
But you'll have to wait for future reveals to learn more about the lore, characters, gameplay, and systems we've been cooking up. Until then, may the Six watch over you.
May the Six watch over you. Okay. This is a pretty good, like, this is kind of cool. It does kind of lay a foundation for, like, what a WoW 2 could be. Like, Guild Wars, they're doing it. I think probably the success or failure of Guild Wars 3 really will lay a foundation for Blizzard going forward. I'm sure they're, like, keeping an eye on it, and they're watching what happens here going forward, and is this successful? And we all know, like, if Blizzard's player base really did start to drop to a, like, horrible level, they have the break the glass, push the WoW 2 button, let's go for it, I'm sure. So, interesting. To be fair, this was nerds staring at concept art. It's so far away. Well, they did have a little bit of alpha footage in there, but yeah, it's not coming out tomorrow, that's for sure. Interesting, though. Interesting stuff, interesting philosophy on how they're going to do an expansion. We'll see if it works out. Nice video overall from the Guild Wars team.